In this lecture, we're going to take a quick spin down the alternate route. We're going to go look at the artistly fast AI designer instead of the professional designer that we've been using through the course so far. Now, this is just going to be an introduction. I won't go into each feature in detail. There are tons of them. As time permits, I may pick individual features and do more detailed lectures in this section. So here's the introduction. When you come to create design, you have two choices: the fast AI image designer and the advanced AI image designer. We've always gone this route. This time, let's go this route. And you can see that there are tons of features here. Now, maybe you can't see it. This is one feature that we're picking, the AI Image Designer version 5. And here are all the categories. What are there? There's almost 15 categories of things here, like create a logo. What do we have here? Animals. Put animals in different things. Do t-shirt design. All of these, poster maker. So you've got all of these things. And the way that this differs from the advanced editor is that when you pick these, they kind of prompt you. Let's go ahead and pick logo. And here we can pick the logo design that we kind of want or like. We have a minimalist logo. Let's pick on that. And here is the description for the logo. Now we can go in and we can modify this description. So if we don't like particular things, if we want to change words and so on it, here it says artistly, place artistly in there. We don't want artistly, we want something else. And then you can come over and you can do settings. So let me see, what is this? Select folders. All folders, okay, I'll buy that. And whether it's private and select quantity, we just want one. And do we want high quality or do we want fast? And what's the aspect ratio? This is square. We can make it landscape, we can make it portrait, and so on. So you can see they do a lot more prompting for you. And here we're doing mirror magic. So we're mirroring this thing. Now, how would you have done this in the professional editor? You would have loaded this particular image and you would have said mirror magic, go and mirror this, and it would have generated this prompt for you, and then you would have gone and edited it and generated the final logo. This is just a faster way to get there. It's doing a lot of the work for you. So let's go ahead and change this from artistly to, how about Brian Jackson? And then we'll go ahead and we'll tell it, go perform your mirror match. Oh, I see. We can drop an image here to duplicate it. There's the generate image. That's what I wanted. So we could use mirror magic if we want to actually mirror an image, but why would you come in here to do that? That's always my question. Why would you come in to the fast editor when you could do all of this in the professional editor? And then you've got to learn all their screens. So here it is, it's processing. So it's going to generate that logo. Now, while it's generating this image processing, I can go and do other things. So let's come back to AI image generator. That was logo. Let's do animal. So let's say we want an animal cooking. That sounds good. And here's my prompt here. Show a cat cooking a dog. Let's see if we can get away with that. And we're doing square. That's fine. Let's go ahead and we'll generate the image, and that gets queued up for processing. So here is the logo that it made. I don't think it looks a lot like the original logo. So I don't know, logo creator, everything that I found kind of in the fast interface is questionable. It doesn't necessarily work real well. But look at this. You go on to AI design agents. Here we've got t-shirt designs again, create clip art. Here's a script to Storybook. Let's go look at that. We can create a storybook, a new story, and here we just give it a line. Convert script to storybook. I want a boy walks into the woods and gets lost. Okay. Go ahead and let's generate that. Oh, please select a style. Where am I? Oh, choose a style. Ooh, I kind of like that. So we'll double click on that. So it's going to be a whimsical fantasy illustration. And we go ahead and we say, generate my storybook. Now the other thing is, things seem to work differently, like they were adding features and the features change here to the fast interface. This, you got to wait for the generation. And then we come back over to processing and we're getting multiple images processed. Oh, here is supposedly a cat cooking a dog. And that is just a dog cooking. So every time I use the features in the fast, it doesn't really work out real well. Here it's creating an entire storybook based on that single prompt. So let's go back here. Let's look at AI design assistance. This is where you can do mock-ups on products and so on. Consistent characters. Of course, we can get to consistent characters via the advanced interface, but this is the way to get to it via the fast interface. AI art illustrator. You could pick a style and then you can generate your art. Let's go ahead and pick this creepy village. And here's our prompt. A boy standing in a deserted street. There we go. And we can do mirror magic again, but I'm going to go ahead and do a generate. And here you can see here's our storybook. So it's created a fairly consistent character. Consistent character kind of works. We hear this image, he half has glasses on. The other half he doesn't, so you might want to throw out that image. But here are the images for a storybook about a boy that goes into the woods and gets lost. And that's just based on a single prompt. I think that's pretty cool. Let's go back to, here we go, AI bulk actions. Create a new action, start a blank action. I don't know what that is. Here's a flip book that you can create. Personal designs, here are my personal designs. Here's community designs. These are things that the community is sharing that you can look at. Whoa, there we go. So this is the fast interface, and it has a lot of the features in it. Now, one of the things that is in the fast interface is here, create a book cover. Now, this whole course is about creating book covers. And what I like to do is do it in the professional or the advanced interface and do it myself kind of manually. But check this out. If I say a book cover, here's the title. Let's try moving violation. Enter the author name, Melanie Jackson. Enter the genre. This is mystery. Enter the theme. Let's do, I like bright and cheerful. Specific imagery. Street with a police car. And then preferred color scheme. What we want is warm oranges and yellows. There we go. So we've just given it all the information that it needs to create a book cover. And we say, go ahead and create it. Now it's going to go through this pre-generation thing where it's actually, I think it's building the prompts and so on to feed to processing, which will be the next step. And here is the prompt that it generated. So it worked kind of like mirror magic. Here's the prompt. We can go and modify it. We want high quality, the aspect ratio. We want it to be tall, which would be 800 by 1600. Or yeah, we'll go with that. I think that'll make it taller. And we say generate book cover. And once now it goes into processing. Here is the boy standing in the street that we produced. And here are our images for our flip book. Looks pretty good except for that one, which has partial glasses on it, kind of messed up a little. But the character looks fairly consistent. Well, it looks very consistent, actually. That was very well done. But the cat cooking the dog didn't quite come out right. And so that is the fast interface. It does a little more hand holding for you. It'll prompt you through things. I really want to see the book cover that it creates based on the book cover prompts. So you can see it's pretty fast, but it's pretty fast to just go and create your prompt in the professional interface or the advanced interface and create the book cover. I'm going to wait for processing to be finished to see what this book cover looks like. And here it is, Moving Violation, Melanie Jackson. It did a pretty good job. So you have two ways to make a book cover now. It didn't mess up any of the text either, or the name, or put any garbage text in. That's really nice. So maybe this is a way to avoid that garbage text by coming in through the book cover creator in the fast interface. And I'm going to leave it up to you to explore all the features. Just go through and try them out. Eventually, I may add lectures for individual features that are interesting, like book cover creation, although you just saw it. It's very simple. And good luck.